podcast with your brother, Oh God and SamAnt. Going in today on this Thursday, everybody listening on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure that you share this video. All right, man, we got to talk about this right here, man. Gucci Mane. Nah, but the fashion designer Gucci is apologizing for a sweater, which was pretty much, you see on the screen there, a black face. Now, they were selling this for damn near $1,000, and when they put this up on their website, they started getting a whole bunch of backlash. And the worst part about this, not the worst part, but one of the worst parts about this is that they dropped it right in the middle of the start of Black History Month. SamAnt, what do you think about this? I know when you've seen it, you text me, once again, another company now having to apologize for this one right here is sick. Blackface. What do you think about this?
This is what I would like to see happen with this situation right here. Instead of us going on social media and crying about it and then wearing that shit the next day, let's take the monies out their motherfucking pockets and let's really do something about this. Because when you look at this outfit, and it threw me off, I had to do a double, triple, quadruple look at it because I look at the fucking lips in particular, and I'm like, this. I hope homegirl got lipstick on. Nah, she ain't got lipstick on. This is red lips on top of this black fucking tight thing. And the first thing I thought was, damn, I bet Future gonna buy it. Sorry.
Wow.
We too much glamorize this bullshit.
Damn, Sam, man, they gonna get you.
And the thing is, you got brothers and sisters. I don't care if they get me. Go ahead. Bring the smoke. Because you got people out here that we know in areas that we live in that will die for a fucking belt, for a pair of fucking Gucci shoes, for a bag. You got people out here. This is a stature of fucking success. When these people put these brands of clothing on and the outright disrespect that they could throw, in particular in Black History Month, when we hear nothing going on about Black empowerment, nothing going on as far as greatness, you not saying thank you to all the donation and all the money that you put in our pockets. Let's put some money into your school systems in future. You go and tell me a school system you want us to donate to, and we got you. Soldier Boy, you don't wear a fucking headband for 12 years. You go ahead and pick a school you want us to go ahead and donate to, and let's go do that. Give us a real thank you. Don't put out this blackface and offer an apology and then go out and put some shit out next week and then have us endorsing it more, because make no mistake about it, we made you hot. We made you relevant. And the only reason why you're successful right now is because rappers are out here flaunting this shit like it's everything. And now you got kids dying to wear the shit.
Yeah. And it's and here's one of my biggest criticisms as I see, all these and Tommy Hilfiger had to admit this years back that I think it was when Snoop Dogg and other people, Mary J. Blige, started wearing Tommy Hilfigers, when it really sent, his sales and his company, really put it to where it helped it go to where it is as a national, brand. But when you see, companies like Gucci and Adidas who just reprimanded, it just shows they have no respect, whatsoever, because this is something that's contemplated. This is something that's drawn up. You know what I mean? And people probably have to approve this design before it goes out. So an apology is not enough here, but I get it. We have to, really do something about this. I mean, you'll be here, gone today, gone tomorrow. Guys are still, be getting their Gucci belts and their watches and thinking that that's, the status symbol of success. My biggest problem, and I think long term, is I would like to see us more promote our own brands, like a la the Fubu's and, even the Sean Johns and the Rockefeller, Rockaware, that came out. Like, these companies, they come out and they're hot and they dissolve. No, not to say that, all of them are gone, but it's just like, if we, with all our followings, 50 million, 100 million, we'll promote our own brands. We don't have to worry about stuff like this, but we want to promote Fashion Novas and the Gucci's and, people rocking Nicki Minaj as a Fendi queen now. And to me, it's just like, okay, I get it. They cutting the checks in the bag, but what happened to the day of independence and saying, you know what, I'm gonna make my own Nicki Minaj clothing brand or my own Cardi B clothing brand. Instead of getting a fucking deal with Fashion Nova, I make my own Fashion Nova. I don't see why people don't do this anymore. And again, I'm not hating on you. Get your bag, of course, but I just don't see it. For me, I would much rather, make my own. I mean, I don't know, man. What happened to those days, Sam, man?
Those days when it comes to the higher up, when the higher a B-list celebrity may be dead, it has to go back to the root. We're trying to water the flower instead of watering the fruit. And it starts with low in smaller businesses and smaller clothing brands getting together and properly networking. You wash my hand, I wash yours. You wear my clothing, I promote your brand. and we do that. We do a photo shoot. We're sharing each other's stuff on social media. We're in a day and age right now where we could get stuff out to the masses the right way, and understanding algorithm. If enough of us start to do it, it's going to garner real attention. We have to start supporting each other from the ground up and build a new wave and a new support system. So when that Fashion Nova was time to pop, you got that next big wave in internet clothing coming up that belongs to us, because we've already started promoting it, building it, setting the brand, putting the hashtags out. So when it was time to explode, boom, we're already a part of it. But we got to start.
We trendsetters, man. We're trendsetters, and it's like people follow trends so much now, because now you see one person Fashion Nova and everybody want the Fashion Nova. People don't realize, dummy, that you can have the same effect with your own brand, with your own clothing. You got these Instagram models that's, now selling all this belly, cream and stuff, the belly tuck your tummies and all this shit. Make your fucking own products, man. Make your own. Invest the money in the products into it and get it flipped and do your own thing and promote your own, and get your celebrity friends to promote your shit. Stop making these companies money, because you see they don't give a fuck about you. They don't even want you really wearing this shit, really. They a lot of this stuff, they don't make it, for us. We had that problem, back in the day. I always say this, none of the stuff really fits me. For some of the brands, I'm not going to name them now, but yeah, man, it's like, come on, man, we got to do better. Anytime you got companies like Adidas, Gucci, and countless other countries who continue to disrespect our culture, and us as a people. I mean, if this was if they did that to, a Jewish person or a Chinese person, it'd be outraged, and their people would actually, never probably mess with that company ever again.
That's a fact.
Like because they stick together. So I wish we could do it. He has issued an apology. Well, a lot of people are stepping up. T.I. being one of them who stepped up, and this story actually just came out, and he said, he puts Gucci as a 7-figure customer and longtime supporter of your brand. I must say, y'all got us fucked up. Apology not accepted. We ain't going for the oops, my bad, I didn't mean to be racist and disrespectful to your people shit. Y'all knew what the F y'all was doing, and we ain't going for it. We all got to stop buying and wearing, supporting this piece of company and all the piece of shit companies until they learn to respect our dollar and our value, our business. Till also added, our culture runs this shit. People of color spend $1.5 trillion a year, but we are the least respected and least included. But if we stop buying anything, they must correct any and all of our concerns. That's the only way. When can we get some respect put on our name? I don't give a F if I gotta wear Target brands. Gucci. SamAnt, what do you think about T.I. leaving his statement at Gucci on his Instagram today? What do you think about that, bro?
Well, like you said, we talked about this yesterday on the podcast, and we dropped the podcast in its entirety on the Uncensored podcast official channel. We're getting great response on this particular topic, and the topic of conversation amongst our people is very surprising to me, because I initially thought when we looked at it, it was immediately jumping out the gym to us that, this is racist as hell. This looks wild. I mean, you look at the color, you look at the lips, you look at this. There's some real questionable things going on here. They don't need to explain themselves. We need to cancel them. This is what we said. And as we're going through, I'm seeing a lot of comments from people that we respect, the commenters. There's some of them moderators and things like that. They ain't that bad. They didn't see what was wrong with it. They really didn't see the problem. And I'm like, whoa, what? So are we kind of taking this a little too far? And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, nah, you can't throw out these kind of clothes, $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 when our people are out here dying, the young people in the streets, for a Gucci belt. Like we alluded to. You see people dying in the streets for a Gucci belt. It's the height of success when somebody could throw in a piece of Gucci clothing and be looked at like, look what I have on. This is me. This is the stature of success. And that's bullshit. And then you can go ahead and throw nonsense like that out. And like I said yesterday, and I joked about it, when was Future gonna buy it? And that was a little bit of a jab, but it's just like we promote this nonsense so much, and we'll lay this under the bed, under the curtain, like it never happened, and continue to promote, make them millions and millions of dollars. And it's obvious, in the legendary words of Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us.
Yeah, I think it's blatantly disrespectful, and like I 100% agree with T.I., as a matter of fact. But we talked about this. This is something that has to be contemplated, and the people that's watching, I apologize, we can't put it on the screen right now, but just go type in Gucci blackface. You can see the apparel that they put out. I think it's, again, people have to sit down and approve this. You know, Spike Lee also put out a statement and pretty much said, look, like we need to boycott these companies, Gucci, Prada, etc., until they get some black people in the design rooms, because how does this get approved to even get put out on the shelf? This is blatantly disrespectful to black people, period. Again, if this was something else, a lot of people don't like this. When people does stuff against other races, they're outraged. And the thing I like about what other races do, they stick together and they will say, fuck Gucci. They wouldn't buy Gucci no more. You're still going to have the people who they're going to still do it. But I got to salute T.I. and anybody who's going to step up and say something about this. It just needs to be back with some real action, because this is disrespectful as hell.
That's a fact. And this is why I want to kind of stretch on what Spike Lee said. Do me a favor in the chat room real quick. We're going to go for 1. We're going to cancel Gucci, boycott Gucci, or 2, we're going to give them a second chance. I want to see what the people are feeling, what the people engaging right now. 1, boycott. 2, we're going to give them a second chance. But to talk about what Spike Lee said, and you said we got to take action. Is it enough to have black designers in there to go ahead and go, nah, this is cool, nah, this is not? Or should we just simply cancel Gucci? We've made them millions and millions and millions of dollars. I laughed at you. I said, they just saved me a whole hell of a lot of money on a Gucci watch, because I was looking at one maybe to kind of pamper myself a little later on down the road. Let me grab me one of those. And seeing this, I'm like, fuck, hell no. No way. And we got to start doing and making a conscious effort, because we can go ahead and drop the memes. We can drop the IG post and say all this nonsense. But if next week you got on a Gucci robe, some Gucci flip-flops, Gucci this, Gucci that, you just doing it for show. Yeah. And I praise what T.I. said, and I applaud him. And I hope that you never see him with Gucci on. I hope you never see it. Let's start promoting each other's brands. We just had a brother in here who has merchandise. Right. We're going to start grabbing merchandise. We got to start wearing other people's brands. Yeah, y'all see us with the Jordan and all this stuff on, but we don't get paid by them. We'd rather wear other brands, rather wear other people's brands, rather wear our own. We got to start doing that and building it from the ground up, watering the root instead of watering the fucking plant. Right. Got to start from the bottom.
And this is what you know, it makes a great point, because I always say these celebrities don't realize the power that they really have. When even the brother who was here, shout out to brother Mike Forrest from IamMoreMovement.org. Go to the website, IamMoreMovement.org, where he said that I think Fabulous wore one of his nephew's hats, and the dude made like 10 bands, over a course of a few weeks. So when they, another company is Fashion Nova is now, that seems to be the big company where everybody's kind of atting and wearing their gear, and they may look like it's pretty nice stuff, but these celebrities, all they got to do is come up with their own brands. They've done it in the past, a lot of FUBUs, the Sean Johns and Rockawares, and get their friends to promote this and make it cool and fashionable. And because like you said, it's not enough for us to be in the design room. We need our own companies, but we don't have to worry about this. I mean, we can go on and on about that, but I feel like people are still going to support them. You know what I mean? But I do feel like, that we need to take a stand, because that's where it starts at. When you start withdrawing the dollar and not paying and buying their nonsense, then they want to start moving. But my thing is, don't accept the apology, because at the end of the day, Gucci, if nobody would have said nothing, they would have kept that shit up and kept it moving.
And that's what I'm saying. In the future, some rappers, somebody would have bought it and promoted it, and it would have been some nonsense. It would have been some fuckery all over that. Do we need to start holding some of the rappers, entertainers, and various people within the hip hop and just within the culture accountable if we see them wearing this? Or is it kind of like, yo, they're going to do what they do, we got to leave them alone and keep it moving? Do we need to hold rappers and entertainers accountable when we see things like this? And we'll continue to see the promotion of this. Like, do we need to come on the podcast and go, yo, so-and-so, that was effed up, that was wrong? Or are we going to be considered haters for that? What's your thoughts on that?
Nah, I think we should. I don't I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not gonna say I don't see it happening, but we're gonna have to start doing stuff like that, or it's going to keep happening. It's either like stop. Either you could complain about it and do nothing, or you can complain about it and do something. Make your own. What happened to T.I.'s Cool? And the clothing that he had, like make this stuff popular. Stop. Even I talked about Nicki Minaj, and we were talking yesterday. All this Fendi on, and I get it. People want to wear that stuff, but a lot of these designers don't even want us wearing their stuff. They don't make it for us. A lot of designers been on record. I mean, if you go back to a lot of the ordinance of these companies, they're racist companies. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I see a lot of people throwing Tommy Hilfiger out, and I seen another brother who said he has his own clothing line, Jamarcus, if I'm not mistaken. Listen, man, we're gonna have our address and email information. If you have anything you want to promote on this podcast, anybody else has anything that they want to promote, you're more than welcome to do so. We'll have that information provided to you throughout the podcast. What was I talking about? What were we talking about again? My fault.
We're talking about Gucci.
In regards to The boycott. Yeah,
Right.
it's damn, I lost my train of thought.
Right.
What was I saying?
Yeah, somebody said F that I'm still rocking Gucci. Nah, I mean, you know, we pretty much talking about, you know, the celebrities and holding them accountable.
Got
You know what I mean? For you know, wearing this. Yeah, you know, but who's gonna hold them accountable?
That's what I wanted to talk about. My bad, Tommy. Now we talked about Tommy Hilfiger. A lot of people bringing up Tommy Hilfiger in the chat room. That was my original thought. And we watched something on Oprah yesterday how they were a clip way back when all the rumors were going around when Tommy Hilfiger got popular, and then the comment came out where he didn't want us wearing his clothes anyway, and that got up in arms, and it seemed like he was doing damage control pretty much on Oprah. But talked about how a lot of entertainers, and I believe it was Snoop, wore a pair of his jeans or something, and that skyrocketed his company. Yeah. And then you think about all these other brands. Polo comes to mind, Jordan comes to mind. Other ones come to mind where, and we even got Jordan on, but come to mind where a lot of them promote it and make these places and companies billions and billions of dollars, and they not only ignore us but blatantly disrespect us. It's crazy. Yeah,
and you know that's like almost equivalent to spitting in somebody's face, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it's something, you know. Once again, salute, you know, T.I., you know, for that statement. Let me pull up what Spike Lee said too, because he put a post on his IG today. But before I do that, everybody, please go ahead and share this video and hit that like button. Do not wait. Go ahead and tap that like button. So Spike Lee pretty much posted this today, and people who watch the playback, you'll see it on the screen here. He said Prada, Gucci puts their images up. He says, I, Spike Lee, of sound and mind and body, will no longer wear Prada or Gucci until they hire some black designers to be in the room when it happens. It's obvious that the people that they don't have a clue when it comes to racist, blackface, hateful imagery. Wake up, you dig? Show enough. And that's the coonery and buffoonery. He goes on to say a little bit, you know, more. Again, man, you know, salute it, but I want to see a lot of action. I mean, this has been going on. I mean, I think, you know, for years, pretty much with different companies. Adidas was just reprimanded, you know, for doing this. Obviously, we know that these companies, and we can point to Nike. Nike is one of the few companies that I mean, they stood by Kaepernick to a certain extent, you know, a few months ago. But yeah, man, it's obvious that once one of these rappers wear it, whether it be a Yankee hat, a sneaker, they're influential, and everybody's going to want to wear it, and it's going to affect that company's bottom line for now and probably even forever for some of these companies like Tommy Hilfiger and Polo.
Indeed. T-Pain, Florida rapper, he has something to say about the situation. Yes, Gucci really did this, but keep promoting it. Happy Black History Month. How many of y'all are boycotting? Y'all boys talk big on how y'all dropping heavy bands at the Gucci store, then go to a black-owned business and try to get a discount on 2 white tees because we got to look out for each other. Y'all boys big goofy. Oh God, what's your thoughts on that, man? I couldn't agree more, man, on that sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, you always got, you know, the segment of guys like, man, I don't care. You're gonna have all these rappers up in arms. You had this one dude to pop out and flooded in Gucci headband, Gucci watch, Gucci belt. So you're always going to have the ignorant among us. But again, man, I'm about, you know, the companies, the rise of the independent companies, you know, people who, you know, making those popular. That's what I'm about. You know, somebody put in the chat room, why do we need black designers? Oh, we don't need them. Make your own stuff and make that popular. Everybody now, again, is the Fashion Nova thing. And I'm not hating. Get your bag. If Fashion Nova's coming with a deal for you to promote on your Instagram, okay, you can get your bag. I'm not going to say you shouldn't get your bag, but